5. Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to the RP Geeks. I'm Sammy Grayson. Here with me are Triforce of Doom and Red Nova.
Hello. So,
And it's time for more Heavensward.
yay.
The Alamegans are doing something, and we need to do something.
Yep.
Level 60 quest, When We Were Free. So to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals. Our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It seems sensible to divide our forces. Harris, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of the town? Alice and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here and share our findings. Bleh.
Right. Oh, I'm guessing that means solo duty.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, the big solo duty.
One that was kind of a pain. Resistance? Damned if I know. Not as if I'd be any use to them. You set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the mask's bedtime stories. Bizarre lot, it's time we got used to it.
Oh, there's a place I'm all too familiar with. So many times I showed up in the roulettes.
Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few old dons to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Guardians won't stop until we're all under the yoke. I see you there, going around asking questions. Looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. He's there the talk of little Alamigo these days. Folks wondering what he's about. What he's got in store for the Guardians. What's under that mask of his, of course? Some say he's hardly got a face, with all the scars. Others reckon he's been mocked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Not exactly helpful.
Random hunt monster. Might as well just do that while I see the marker there.
Suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. The Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, and that they are more aggressively militant. They are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can hope their revolutionary fervor has never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead. Shall we? Much as it pleases me to see you again, Harris, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin? I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. I truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Willard. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you are not. Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. It's but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him.
So one thing I'm just now thinking about is I've actually hit a bit of a wall with Battle Network 2 at the moment because trying to do a side quest fight. It's hard. 5 waves of viruses, and they can all be a little tricky, especially the final wave.
Yeah, I'm trying to put together a deck to playing Battle Network 3, trying to put together a folder to take on Bubble Man. Because the little fucking coward likes to hide in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I'm definitely not looking forward to because I'm trying to make my Let's Plays more completion style. As a sort of way to showcase everything the games have to offer that I Let's Play. It's gonna be real fun whenever I start the Battle Network games because high 4. Like not only do I dislike that final boss, but also you have to beat the game 3 fucking times.
3 or 6 if you want to do both versions.
Yeah, also that.
Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within.
Oh my god, game! I can't do this shit.
Not a good sign. Oh, cutscene.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us, and they have murdered us, but no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
And off he goes. Guys are just moving. Level 60 quest, Honorable Heroes. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. While he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the mask's plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. Will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. Win Alphina will pose his adventurer has fallen on hard times, inspired by his words, to take up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. We'll need to look the part, that we might maintain the charade, until we have him cornered at least. Here, this should be suitable enough to purchase suitable garments. This should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Talabot and have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? It all seems simple enough. Thank you. With that, Harris, let us be off.
I'm trying to find the gear in my gear list for this.
Have you...
Hold on, I need to just double check the name. Weathered Shepherd's Tunic and Slops. Alright, let's see. Weathered Shepherd. There it is!
Eh? Want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Sack of Gil. Heavy leather pouch entrusted to you by Papa Limo. Not all problems can be solved with a fistful of Gil. For the rest, one must needs resort to a sack. And that's why you read the flavor text.
Yeah.
Well, you're the ones with the Gil, and seeing as you're friends of Papa Limo. There, tunic and slops for the both of you, tailored and, treated to your tastes. Now off with you, before someone sees us together.
Yeah, since I recently effectively cleaned out some of my armory chest, to put some of it away, I had to find which slot I decided to put the gear in at first.
Ah. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change and see you at the spot Papa Limo marked on our maps. Okay. Bam. And... it's in the inventory, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, I just had to sift through my armory inventory to, find the shirt mostly.
That's great. I need to do a cleaning at some point here. But I will deal with that later. There. Okay. Monkey. Well, look at us. A pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. Okay, I know I could. You, I'm not so sure.
What?
Alphino. You know, the kid.
Ah.
And now we play the waiting game. Want to play 20 questions? Oh, cutscene.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking! Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free!
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light? Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Quarry
things
mill.
happening.
Yep. Quarry mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me. Gotta be expected to recall every name and face. And besides, it's not as if it matters. I've long admired how you live in the present. You focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Harris. Let's find and secure those crystals. There's no time for looking back.
Trying to remember where Quarry Mill is.
South Shroud.
That's not. I'm just trying to remember like which town area specifically that was.
It's where... I don't know if you remember, but it's where Palace of the Dead is.
Hmm.
That's why I remember it so clearly.
Yeah.
Anyway. Level 60 quest. One life for one world. Oh boy.
Yep.
We take the Griffin's double at his
Wait.
word. And the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Amalja. We must apprise Alisay of all we have learned. I'll join you both in Little Alamigo after I have changed. Probably a good idea.
Yep. Good thing I specifically saved my gear as a gear list. Always a good idea. There we go. Like before I changed in clothes, I was like, I should make sure my gear set's actually updated.
Damn it. Hello, Thancred.
He sure took his sweet time.
And cutscene.
Here we go. Oh, and it's a cutscene bomb. Noted.
Yep. Here we go.
So, are we just still gonna keep going, or is this gonna be its own part? I never heard to make sure on that.
I think we can fit this in, probably.
Okay,
I did not
just had to...
I did not read that. Just checking, yep. I confess I expected a warmer greeting. We must not jump to conclusions. Not until we have braved the Bowl of Embers. Must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you make any final preparations, pray do so now. Shall wait your signal. Cutscenes will play in sequence. Blah, 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 blah. Proceed.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the Warrior of Light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange! Wouldn't you agree?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere. As Eorzea's blade of light once stood by my side, now I shall stand at his, and defend this realm with all my might!
Let's finish this.
Strap in, folks. This might be a lengthy one.
So what class did Alice just turn into?
Well, she has the stance of a gladiator right now, but... yeah, I think right now she's just gladiator.
Then why must I be support when the melee's going right for me? Oh, and he is invincible right now. Okay, noted. Hit the tank class.
Yep.
PvP, party v party. Oh god, that's a lot of AoEs.
Yep.
I like how we have the lingering effects of Ifrit's arena as a cool border.
They won't die.
Oh my god, enough with the AoEs! Now if the knight could go down, that would be great.
That'd be great.
Thank god for my AoE shield. The knight's almost there. Oh, you are close. Yay, knight down. Alright, let's kill this ranger so she stops shooting at Alphino. That's what. What was? That was a interesting arena flash.
Yep. Check your enemy list.
Oh, what the fuck? Thank God I can heal myself, considering the DPS likes to go after me.
And now, cutscene.
It ends now. What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
Even odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them. Make ready! They come!
I'm so used to seeing him wear the goggles and everything.
Exactly. I didn't even recognize him at first.
Like, honestly, like, I was like, yeah, like, that first cutscene, I was like, he's talking a lot like Arianji, and then you basically kind of just spelled it out during that cutscene.
Just like, oh.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Right.
Now, when it says channel ether, what does it mean for me to do?
Points you'll need to click on a thing and stand there for a second.
Yeah, in front of Alizé.
Yep. Trying to get this asshole to leave me be.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, where do I stand?
Just right in front of her.
Yeah, there's just
Click
be a
on the
spot
thing.
in front of her thing of light. Or
Oh,
whatever it says.
I see. All right. Tell the devout. Their goddamn echo.
The equivalent of the crazy uncle is back. That I'm not going to accept the next quest because I finished with 3.4 quests.
Yeah.
It's 9 quests left until Heavensward is fully finished.
Yay.
Main scenario quest.
Of course, we got side stuff to do before that.
Yep. Get 2 more trials and the other 24-man raid and the last of Alexander's stuff.
Yep. That's going to be a fun one.
Oh, yeah.
Urianger, please stop standing on the Blade of Light spot so I can click on it.
Motherfucker.
And
Come
you
on, take this guy off
can...
me.
Yeah, this knight needs to go down. The knight needs to go down.
Yeah, I know I had to actually get him down at least once in the fight.
Good.
Yep.
Thankfully, both the Ranger and the Devout are currently down, so that helps a little bit.
Yay.
It is done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
Not like this.
I win.
Alizé, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
To have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia!
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side. Watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Heidelin. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor. Thank you, Lemini, for everything.
Because the way that one line was read, I could see it being as either like childhood friends or basically like a senpai-kohai relationship.
More a surrogate father-daughter relationship.
Okay, or that.
Where are... Oh, that's where we are. Okay. Now waiting for you to get out of the cutscene.
Tupsimati, is that part of the staff the old wizard used?
Yep.
Okay. Burn was spacing on his name in the moment there.
Louis Swa.
Yeah. Brain just did not want to fully complete thought there. So, just had to make do with what I had.
Another feeling. It happens. Yeah.
Glad we were able to find a way to actually help them without fucking over our own world.
Yay!
Because I was actually kind of expecting the expansion to mostly be us trying to figure a way out to do that, like, throughout the entire thing somehow. But good on Ryanje, he figured out a plan.
Yeah. Ryanje, the plan man.
Alright.
Alright. So yeah, remember all that for later.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem we are in southern Thanalan again. Philly is doing, no doubt. The 12 Speed are on her way. And the Warriors of Darkness, too. Cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. They gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that is their wish. Ending to mark a new beginning. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. In this one I know full well there's yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back into Zaharak and secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bod skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know, but I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. Should go and find Ida and Papalimo. Must have finished searching the last camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You must be tired, Harris. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Ascian in white at the Great Library. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even when your intentions were pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, that you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Harris, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. As my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light.
All right, then.
Is the last quest of the patch.
I
need to check. Yep, this is the last one for the patch.
It makes sense to end a patch on something like that.
Yep. Cite the parody. Never mind. Now back to Mordona.
Yep. So given I am effectively considering I do have to watch dog and everything, think this might be the last part, and we can just quickly take care of the whole glamour thing to end it off.
Okay. Off and over. Welcome home, Harris. I trust your journey was uneventful. We'll be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. Sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Ishtola and Kryl and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. And cutscene.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got him to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I, for my part, shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light? Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
All right. Oh, and there's one last talk with Alpha now. All right.
No fun. Look at them, Harris. Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. People we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. And one last cutscene.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand. Thank you. I shall guard it well.
there is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
For not being around anymore, the Alligans sure like to cause trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And with that, we're going to end things off here. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and we'll see you guys next time for the rest of the side stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.